Welcome to Automated Big Brother. Your visit may be recorded for training and security purposes. You have pressed 6. You have pressed 9.
69.
You have pressed 6. You have pressed 9.
69.
You have pressed 6. You have pressed 9.
69.
Have you not got anything better to do with your time? You've got a pre-titles tease to be getting on with, and you're in here pressing my buttons. Stop wasting my time and get back to your set, idiot. You have pressed 6. You have pressed 9.
69.
Welcome, my friends, to Big Brother. Well, I hope you are very well. It's day 76 and the time is 7:32 right now. So while you and me are still hard at it, Big Brother has packed his bags, his Mills and Boon novel, and headed south to Margate for his summer holidays, which means the housemates are home alone and running riot with only an automated answering machine service to deal with their demands. More on that later on, but now it's a Triple X show today. Don't worry, we've not uncovered another one of the housemates' mucky videos, but coming up, we've got ex-EastEnders and Celebrity X Factor winner Lucy Benjamin's with us.
Hi, Dermot.
Mwah, love you to have that. Oh, high five on the old...
High five.
Right, mobile five. And we're joined by two ex-housemates, Michael and Spiral are with us. Oh, hello, boys. How are you?
Hello,
Sorry, I smashed my buggy then. But now, before we reveal who's up for Evictione this week, it's time to see who the good people of Milton Keynes Snowdome are sloping towards this week.
Hello, Big Brother. The first person I'd like to nominate, I think, is going to be Susie. I just find it a little bit boring, and frankly, I think she finds the other housemates quite disgusting. And if you can't have a laugh at it, what are you doing in there, Susie?
Susie. She's taking all the tea bags and all the toilet rolls. Enough said.
I'd like to nominate Richard because he claims he has a phobia against pregnant women. Why? If his mum wasn't pregnant, he wouldn't be here in the first place.
The first person we like to nominate is Susie, because she's very boring and she can't stop touching her hair for more than 12 seconds.
First one's got to be Ashleen, because she looks hideous first thing in the morning.
The first person I'd like to nominate is Imogen. The reasons, man, she's fine. The sooner she gets out of that house, the sooner she can come and see me and I'll show her a good time.
My second nomination would be Ashleen, because she's come on the show just for fame and to become a pop star. This is a learning situation, not any of that. She should just come to enjoy herself and make friends.
Ashleen, she's fine. The sooner she gets out of that house, she can come and see me and I'll show her a good time too.
So that's what the gnarly dudes in Milton Keynes would nominate. Ash, Dickie and Susie, they're getting straight out of the house. But who has been nominated? Well, as we know, Big Brother's gone on holiday, and luckily Automated Big Brother is in charge. Earlier today, the nominations were revealed, kind of. This is what happened.
This is Automated Big Brother. The housemates nominated for eviction this week Imogen. And...
What? Imogen?
Housemates are now free to leave the lounge. Housemates are now free to leave the lounge. Housemates are now free to leave the lounge.
Does Imogen? I knew there was another one on there.
What?
I just think
No,
it's
that's not right. Hang
no,
on.
maybe we're only supposed to know one.
Yes.
There's more, and we're only supposed to know one.
Yes.
Yeah, the machine is malfunctioning. That's what it's meant to be.
What is that?
The twist
there's
is there's
somebody
one more
else.
else, and we're never going to know who it is.
And we don't know who it is.
And we'll know on Friday.
I don't like this.
Well, what's the conspiracy
Funny
then?
though.
What could happen?
We could all be out.
Oh, why is it just Imogen?
Will it just be a
Because the thing
surprise?
was
Why would
malfunctioned.
they do
Because
this? Why would
Imogen
this
might not
mention
even be
Imogen?
up, babes.
So it could be all of us.
Truth is,
Straight in.
Imogen might not
and be a
even be up.
surprise, yeah.
How about that? So, as you can imagine, housemates have gone conspiracy mad. Imogen, we know, is up. Ashleen and Glyn must be safe, because Big Brother always announces the housemates alphabetically. So the question is, who else should join Imogen? With that in mind, today's call BBLB can only be who else should join Imogen. These are my friends' numbers to call. News time with the crowd. Wave crowd. Well, Awesome. Waving news. 12:05 today, Glyn revealed he was pining after the most recent house departure. You don't know what you got until it's gone, Glyn. Take a look.
Please leave your request after the tone. When you have finished recording, please press the hash key.
Come home. I like it when I'm talking to somebody. It's not the same, Big Brother. It's like talking to a machine. I know it is a machine, but it's like it doesn't feel right. It's like when you're coming home from Margate. Come home, please.
You have pressed the hash key.
Terrifying. Last week we witnessed a lot of friendship and love in the Big Brother house, but today at 10:35 a.m. it was business as usual as tempers flew and harsh words were exchanged in the first of two arguments involving Mikey. Who'd have thought? Calm down, Mikey.
Do you know who drank the rest of him's wine?
The rest of the wine. The only person who drank your wine was you, so
yeah.
No one else is lying, Jen. No, I don't know anything.
Yeah, because you speak to me like.
What are you talking about, Jen? I'm
See,
sitting here asleep, sharing bed.
Listen to your voice.
What are you
What's
talking
with the voice?
about?
You make me raise my voice and you make me speak to you like
you
this.
come in here saying I'm making you lie.
I was just asking you. I didn't know I couldn't approach you and ask
don't
you.
know.
I didn't know I wasn't allowed to do that, Mikey.
Go away then.
I didn't know I wasn't allowed to do that.
You come out with snidey little comments like everyone has their own opinion. Yes.
Mikey, you don't let anyone express their opinion. That's
why. What are you talking about? You said that
You don't let
I was
anyone
speaking
express
to Glyn.
their opinion.
It wasn't
if they
on to do
want
with
to say this or that, you don't like it. You don't like to give in an argument. You think you're right about everything.
No one was having an argument.
No, but you think you're right about everything. No one was having an argument.
Exactly.
But if someone says something, you don't like it. Oh, Mikey, just forget about it.
Well, yeah, forget about it.
I've been waiting all serious to do this. At 6:33 today, Big Brother made a welcome return from Margate. He's back. She didn't even watch, look. I don't know who Big Brother is. And it's fair to say the housemates would rather miss the big guy. Take a look.
Housemates, Big Brother is back.
Yay! Woo! I'm glad.
Hello, Glyn.
It's good to have you back, anyway. Are we ever going to have a prize now? Because you're back.
Yes, Glenn, a prize. I'm sticking with my great rock and a t-shirt with boobies on it. That was the big news. 4 days ago, Big Brother cruelly closed its doors on our next guests. Well, Little Brother's doors are in fact always open. It's Michael and Spiral. How are you, boys? So, guys, what do we make of this week's nominations? I mean, I guess we kind of don't know yet. We know Imogen's up, but obviously, and that's deliberate from Big Brother. Who else do you think's going to be up?
I think Susie will be up this week, I'd say, yeah. And probably Richard again. It might be 3 or 4 people this week, I'm thinking, you know. But I'd say Susie, definitely Susie.
What do you think, Michael?
Yeah.
Apart from Susie?
Well, I think, apart from Susie, I think Richard had a rough ride and the rest of the housemates might, you know, saving grace this week. I hope that Jane doesn't go, because she's the last of the people next door. So I'd like to see her stay.
Okay. So who would you like to see get evicted on Friday? Be honest. You can say it.
Richard.
Okay, that's fine. Guilt that's there. What about you?
Ashleen, obviously.
Okay, so
basically nothing changes.
Nothing has changed.
Yeah, sorry.
Are you been spending some quality time together, and what have you been doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were out last night and stuff, and we just went to a couple of bars around London, and everyone was so supportive and cool. Like, it was good.
Well, it wasn't at first. We went to the the stereotypical bar you go to when you come out that's tries to be exclusive. We were there for about like 10-15 minutes, got a few sneers. We went off to this pound a pint place and it was much better time.
Now, Spiral, and I need your help with this, Richard. You've been getting lots of attention for your rapping since you left the house. You've been getting lots of airplay in Irish radio for this track. Ding, 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 dong. Oh, yes! Ooh, yeah! Now, we selected a couple of 12 tens for you just there.
12 tens!
What's the story behind that song? What's the name of the song?
It's called Spiral Fingers. I wrote it when I was about 15, you know, just writing a couple of lyrics.
Okay.
Then I recorded it, and when I was in the house, I didn't get any say, obviously, because I'm in the house, but I gave it to a couple of friends, and it's at the coming out now, you know.
And so it's out in Ireland, is it?
Yeah, there's pre-sales, loads of pre-sales and stuff of thousands or something, and it's getting released on Friday, you know.
So are you planning to release any other tracks?
Yeah, I have another song. It's called So Sexy, and it's more mature, you know, and it's just basically.
Well, that's interesting because, well, inexplicably, somehow we got a copy of So Sexy. Let's have a little listen. Oh yes.
You're so sexy, I know you know. You're so sexy. Everything to you. It's so true. You're so sexy.
Now, you're right, Spiral. It's a more mature track, but we've only got one problem with that track, in my opinion, at least, is that it doesn't have a kick-ass video to go along with it. So what we're going to do now is take you off with the girls and Michael, because I think we need a bit of gay in the video. Am I right or am I right? Damn straight. And if you go off and make a video, we're going to see it on tomorrow's show. Girls, OK, dollies, do your dealing. Michael and Spiral, everyone, thank you. Lovely. The girls quite liking Michael over there, especially, which is quite bizarre. After the break, we're going to be finding out why Lucy likes Dickie so much, and going to be talking about the housemates too. We'll see you after this. Yo, welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. I hope you're very well. It's day 76 and the time is 7:48. She's right, you know. It's buy one, get one free again this week. 2 guests for the price of 1. Lucy Benjamin's unborn child and Lucy Benjamin. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good, thank you.
So you're addicted to the show.
I love it.
What are your highlights this year so far?
Well, I think I'm still grieving for the loss of Nikki,
Wow.
to be honest.
Yeah.
So I have to say that I think my highlight was Nikki in the MP3 player episode when
Beautiful.
she couldn't get it to work, and, you know, that whole kind of tantrum thing to me. I mean, I sat there giggling like a child, and I think it's because I think there's a little bit of us girls, all of us girls in Nikki, but we kind of know
dear
we're
God,
not.
really?
I know, I hate to say it, but we know we're not meant to behave like that. But we'd love to kind of be stamping our feet and marching around like she does, and hiding our chocolates and our sweets and being completely manic. And so I think, you know, we can all see a little bit. Well, I can see a bit of me.
She's almost
in her,
like
anyway.
are you saying she's like a torchbearer for the females of this country? Yes,
I wouldn't
we
go
can
that.
act
I
like
wouldn't go
that.
that far. No, but we can't act like that. But what was great to see was somebody actually crossing that line and acting like that.
Sure.
You know,
So
being naughty.
since she's left,
Yes.
so who's been filling the void for you?
Well, it was a tough act to follow, but I think for me at the moment it's the boys in general. I think the boys are doing a really great job. I mean, don't take that the wrong way, but I have got a bit of a soft spot for quite a few of the boys in the house.
But the boys have sort of come into their own, I think, since Nikki's left.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I think for me, Mikey, a bit of a dark horse, and I don't know whether that's since Grace has gone, and we've all kind of. I don't think we particularly like Grace, anybody really, but well, that's a terrible thing to say.
No, it's OK.
But,
Only 6% or whoever felt the way, same way.
but I think she was dragging Mikey down, and I think Mikey now has come into his own, and I think he's dead straight and he's dead fair, and I like the way he kind of stands up to people when things kind of seem to be getting out of hand. He's done it with Richard and
He's
said,
had
"No,
a
hang
good
on a
couple of
minute,
weeks,
mate."
hasn't he?
You know, yeah, and I think Mikey's a bit of a dark horse.
Yeah, he's arguing a lot today, though. What do you make of the nominations this week? At the moment, we've just got Imogen, but who else would you like to see
Well, I'm
up
thrilled that Imogen's up, I have to say.
Are you? You're not a big Imogen fan?
No, I mean, what does she do? I mean, she's, apart from being as pretty as a picture, and you can't knock her for that, she's gorgeous, but that's it for me. I mean, I was thrilled just to see her having a row with Mikey. I mean, thank God, at
Do we
last.
think there's a little bit of Dexter, Alexis Colby-style sexual tension between Mikey and her?
Well, I'd like to say so, but no, it's not even that interesting.
It's not?
No.
No, we're parting those.
Absolutely not, no.
Now, you have a soft... You're talking about the boys. You've also got a soft spot for Richard, is that right?
Well, I think Richard's... I mean, he can be vile, and I like him being vile. Doesn't say a lot for me, really, does it? But he's... I think the house would be a duller place without Richard, to be honest. But I go through funny phases. Sometimes I think, oh, just shut up. And if I was in the house, he'd do my head in, because he's so self-righteous sometimes. And you can imagine, being quite... He can be quite smug. But at the end of the day, I do really like him.
That's the beauty, I think, of the show, is that you do have you almost have that love-hate relationship with almost all of the housemates, don't you?
Apart from Susie.
Apart from who you just...
I just hate
You don't like women.
No, no, that's not fair because I love Nikki. You know,
Yeah.
ultimately she was my be-all and end-all really for the show. But no, Susie, I'm pleased I have such an opinion about Susie because at one point Susie was just, you know, wallpaper to me. But now I'm glad that I actually dislike her.
Why do you dislike her so much? Because she
I
has
don't
come into her
trust
own a
her.
little bit.
I just don't trust anyone that's that in control all of the time. You know, not drinking, fanatical about her food and the cleaning. I don't. She's so contrived and she's so vain and how do you always remember to have lip gloss on like that? I don't know why she's always so done up.
So, but with Richard, it's this whole notion of love-hate, right? And,
Yeah.
and you like his acerbic one-line.
He's fabulous with his one-liners.
Okay,
I
with
love
that in mind, we've got highlights of his acid tongue in action. Take a look.
Great.
This is good. We like this one. Lisa, a.k.a. Krakatoa. Imogen. I keep trying to look at her and see if I can find holes in the side of her head, you know, traces of a lobotomy, but I haven't really found any yet. And when I speak, she sort of contorts her face, a face which looks like the back end of a cat's ass. So evil horse face, Grace, if you're watching this, you're evil and you have a horse face. He's got a big old fat ass. I think if he bent over, you could serve dinner for 8 on it. Even nuclear fallout can't remove this woman from the house. I'm sorry, that man was like a chihuahua on a fat man's leg. Things got fleas anyway. Michael, not the cat. It's driving me mad every time I get up in the morning and that flobby wobbly ass is in my face. She's got like the breath of a horse or a rotting sewer and makes me feel nauseous. Thank you very much. Bye.
That girl next to you doesn't watch the show. She's just booing because you're booing. So Richard's a strange one, isn't he? Because, you know, he's a good mediator and sometimes he can be quite compassionate and yet, like you said, he can be he's this patronising guy and he's got these great one-liners.
He can just be so queenie at times, you know, but as I say, I think the house would be a duller place without him. I really do. But
Okay.
I think on the whole, if I was in the house, I would like him and he would be probably one of my closest friends.
Let's get on to, firstly, who you want to see the back of this Friday. We've touched on Susie.
Yeah.
Is that where the buck stops?
Yeah, Susie, really, I'd quite like to go. Well, a close call between her and Imogen, but
Okay.
I think Susie this week has done my head in a bit.
Okay. And who's going to win the whole thing?
Well-
and why should they win? And why? Because we're 10 weeks in now, so why does the person you think should win
I thought it was
deserve
obviously going to be Pete, but I think I put my money on Glyn now.
Okay.
And I think that's because he's had such a fabulous journey. I mean, if I remember back to week 1 with him and Bonnet, and I seriously thought that, you know, Glyn was going to go.
Well, it is a sliding doors moment because, I mean, by the way, there was a housemate called Bonnie and at the start of the show, which was about 8 years ago, and it's almost it's not a shame, certainly, because Glyn, like you said, has gone on this great journey, but had it been different, Bonnie could have been a terrific housemate.
Yeah, I suppose so, but as you say, it seems like such a long time ago. But thank God Glyn's there, because he's been an amazing housemate.
Okay, so you said you did like Pete. Why? I'm sure you still do, but why aren't you backing Pete? Because a lot of people are saying
because I just think Glyn is coming up fast behind him. I just think people like to be part of a journey with somebody, you know, and I think the audience will go with that. I think we saw what Pete was from the beginning, you know, this most unbelievably nice human being.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe anyone is really that nice, ever.
Sure,
but
sure.
I just think it's because people like to attach themselves to somebody that's on a great journey and think they've gone with them, and I think that's why Glyn will do it.
Terrific. It's lovely having you on.
Thank you.
What a terrific guest you are. Stay there, because I want you to stay for cool BBLB. But for now, Lucy
Okay.
Benjamin, everyone. And rack it up, look at this. It's what the people want.
She's a Welsh speaker.
She can't speak Welsh. Don't worry about that, Glyn. I do apologise. For now, it's Cool BBLB. Spiral and Michael are hastily sitting in, and they're with us. Quite simply, Cool BBLB is today. Who should join Imogen up for eviction? Margaret from Llandudno's first up. Hello, Margaret.
Hello there.
How are you? All right?
I'm fine, thank
OK,
you.
Margaret, what do you think?
Oh, me? Oh, I want Pete to go. I've got no time for Pete at all.
OK, Margaret.
I'll get lynched for this, won't I?
OK. What did you just say, Margaret?
I say I'll get lynched for saying that.
Well, Margaret, it's your opinion. You're entitled to it, but you must elaborate. Tell us why you don't like Pete.
Well, I think he's sly. I really think he's sly. You can all shout as you like, but he is sly. He stands around and he's listening to people's conversations, and then what does he do? He goes then and reports everything back to Ash. Then he finished me when he was with Nikki in the garden,
Yeah.
and she came in and she was saying, whinging as usual, you know, poor old Nikki. And she said, everybody's trying to clone us when
Yeah.
the newcomers come in.
Yeah.
And he was trying or supposedly comforting her, pulling faces behind her back. And everything she said, he went straight back to Ash to report.
Right.
Right. And I don't like that.
Of course you don't. I'm getting that,
She's
Margaret.
furious.
Yeah. Is there a side to Pete?
Is there a side to Pete?
Is there a side to Pete that isn't that likeable? I mean, you've lived with the guy.
Yeah, I think Pete he's such a creative individual, right? He likes his drums, he likes his art, and he likes his music, and he hasn't had a chance to do that. And after time, that's why he's extra sensitive to the loss of Nikki and the loss of Leah.
Is there a side to him, though? Can he turn on you?
He does into himself.
He doesn't
turn
turn on you, but he'll listen to everything you say, as what she just said, okay?
Margaret,
And
yeah.
then he will report things back and stuff. And he does talk behind your back, and
Okay.
that's the truth.
Marika from Cornwall's next up. Hello, Marika.
Hi there.
Okay, go for it, Marika.
I would like to see Susie and Richard up for eviction with Imogen.
Okay, we've talked about Susie. Why Richard?
Why Richard? Oh, he's suspicious. I have to agree with what Michael said when he came out the house on Friday. He is vicious. When he said about Michael's cat having fleas,
I've
and
got the fleas.
Michael having, that's just vicious and nasty.
Okay. And if he goes up, you think he'll go if he's up against Imogen?
I think if Richard and Imogen go up together, I think yes, Richard will go, because I think Imogen's come into her own. You know, she's just had this little row with Mikey.
Okay.
And I love the way she laughs.
Marika, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks to Michael Sparrow, Lisa Benjamin, and all our callers. Don't forget to watch Big Brother tonight, Channel 4. Turn over for Big Mouth. I'm sure we'll have more nominations. We will see you tomorrow. Take care. God bless, as you were.